COVID-19 is a serious problem and it's changed the way we behave in our daily lives. Our two goals every day, it seems like, are just to stay healthy and to prevent others from being infected by the virus. And while COVID-19 may seem unstoppable on face value with all these cases spreading and you always hear about a friend getting it or a relative getting it, it may seem hard to stop it. But if you follow these simple methods and really follow them well and do them well, it's pretty simple to prevent. In this speech, I will go over these methods that we can deploy as a country and as a group of individuals, how we can stop COVID-19 by wearing masks, by washing our hands, and by being socially distanced. First off, don't waver from the mask when you're off campus. While we're on campus, it's very easy to find yourself wearing a mask all the time because we're required to while in a classroom or in the dining halls or even really anywhere inside. And even when you're out walking in groups, you're supposed to wear a mask, we're required to. So when you're off campus, it's really easy to fall into the trap of, oh, I don't really have to, I'm not required to wear the mask, so I'm not going to do it. This is dangerous and it will prevent people from being safe all around you. Researchers Millivan and Robinson Parrish, they did a study and they found that a mask prevents 75% of influenza droplets. And of the 25% of the droplets, they travel far less distance. And the reason they used influenza was because it's very similar to COVID-19 and it has a similar shape, similar size in the droplets. But these numbers are easy to listen to, but really seeing it in action really helps you to understand. So first off, this spray bottle will represent an average sneeze. As you can see, goes pretty far. But if I bring up my University of Arkansas mask and I put it in front of the sneeze, I can point it right at the camera and nothing gets through. So that'll show that if that was a sneeze and you were infected and you didn't have a mask on, it would be all over everyone around you, but the mask really stops that. And these are really, really interesting evidence that everyone can see and it's really compelling, but lots of people just simply aren't aware of the evidence or don't care, and this is dangerous. Many people refuse to wear the mask when they're out and about, and The Economist, which is a UK-based newspaper, states that in the UK and in the US, the masks have become very polarizing politically. And this is dangerous in itself because masks save lives, plain and simple, and that shouldn't be a political argument, but unfortunately it is in our era. And studies show the benefits, but if some people don't believe in it, then they don't believe in it, and you have to stay safe from them. But if you feel like you don't believe in masks, then just think about if you infected someone else's grandparent and they passed away, or if someone else infected your grandparent and your grandparent passed away, it would be devastating for you. But it's such a simple thing to prevent, such a simple thing for you to stop and just take a little bit of an inconvenience in your day that can save lives. Next up, to prevent the coronavirus, is hand washing. In a study cited by Andres Prequas, humans touch the face 17.8 to 23 times per hour. So in this about 7-minute speech, you'll have on average touched your face a couple times, or 3 or 4 times at least. This touching of the face can both infect yourself and infect other people by contaminating your hands and you touching other things. So if you have contaminants on your hand and you touch your face, it can enter your respiratory system and infect you like that. And if you were infected already and you touch your face, then you contaminate your hands and you can spread coronavirus all over the place. Not to mention that coronaviruses as a whole thrive on oily and warm spaces that are perfect on your face, under your nose, on your cheeks, perfect environment for coronaviruses. So one way is not touching your face, but the easier way is to wash your hands. And Isha Ray, who works with WASH, which is a hand washing awareness group, notes that 26% of the world don't even have access to a hand washing station in their home. And many people have to go 30 minutes away even to get water to wash their hands in. And this is really interesting because a lot of us in the United States, almost all of us have access to a hand washing station, whether in our houses or out in a gas station or restaurants. Everywhere is a hand washing station. Yet many people just decide not to take the 30 seconds that it would take to wash their hands. And this hand washing can prevent you spreading other people, infecting yourselves, all this, but people don't do it. And while the masks and the hand washing both help, there's only one sure way to prevent COVID from infecting you and you infecting others. It seems difficult as college students, especially for us being all social beings, pack animals even almost, And staying home is the method, and that seems really hard for us. But it's only 100% effective way to stop COVID, because if you're not around people, obviously you can't infect other people and they can't infect you. A research group in the UK studied cases and found that cases fell to almost zero in only 1 month of mandatory lockdown in the UK. And only 1 month compared to the 8 months that we've been in this pandemic state, to me it seems worth it, and I think it should be worth it, should be looked upon in the eyes of my audience, but that's up to them, and I can only do as much as I can in this speech to persuade you. As a country, we need to be better. Phaedra Kress, who was a writer for the Aesthetic Surgery Journal, she describes her experience and how we can use this to help our lockdown experience be as normal as possible. So we could use Zoom to meet with other people. We all have Snapchat, social media, all that stuff. You can interact with other people that way. We have the supply chain, so you have Amazon, Walmart delivers, all this stuff can just come straight to you without you leaving your house and taking the risk. And even you save money while in lockdown, because you don't have to pay for gas, you don't have to pay for food while you're eating out, all that stuff. So you prevent that. And really it's on us as college students to observe this better, because in many ways we are the worst instances of this. We travel out, we go party. I've been guilty of this myself. I've been out when maybe I shouldn't have, but it's something we have to do to be better that'll help prevent this virus from spreading out of control. We can't get complacent, basically. The past few months have been really tough, but if we observe these tactics and we do them well, the next few months can be better and better and better, and we can eventually end this whole COVID-19 pandemic as a whole. It's up to us to pull ourselves out of it. And if we do as wearing masks, and we wash our hands, and we socially distance, it'll be possible for us to get out of this coronavirus pandemic and back onto our normal lives. I hope this speech maybe made you more aware and persuaded you to be more aware of how you're interacting with the world on a daily basis and keeping other people safe. Thank you.